Number 1. Exploring Alabama is a YouTube channel where the creator, known as Lost Chief, shares his adventures through Alabama and nearby states. He has a deep interest in history and loves making videos about abandoned places, metal detecting, and exploring creeks to uncover pieces of the past. In this particular video, he heads out to explore a creek in Talladega National Forest on Easter Sunday. The goal was simple: enjoy nature and follow the creek upstream.
But I drove up here with the intentions of having a play date with this creek and following it up the other side. But I left my boots in my dad's yard after cutting grass. There's only one thing to do, and that's get these incredible shoes and gorgeous legs wet. So it's not a city creek, so I'm okay with that. If it were a city creek, depending on the city, I would probably head the other direction. I did saturate myself with bug spray. What I want to know is, what is the largest animal in this creek? It's most likely going to be a snake.
Most of the trip is peaceful, filled with quiet moments in the woods and the sound of flowing water. Nothing unusual shows up at first, but toward the end of the walk, things take a disturbing turn.
That is a human mandible. That is part of a human skull.
While walking near the water, he finds something deeply unsettling: a piece of a human skull, specifically a lower jawbone. From the shape and details, it's clear that this isn't an animal bone. The discovery leaves him shaken. With years of experience identifying remains, he immediately realizes the seriousness of what he found.
Pulled that out. I thought that was the points to a young buck. But I have spent enough time identifying deceased people by their dental records to know they did not have their molars removed and were all the way down to first, second bicuspid, and then laterals. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. I'm just a long way from anywhere. I tell you, the biggest thing that's bothering me right now is my heart's breaking, and I mean this literally to the point of it kind of makes me want to cry, because somebody was looking for that person.
He makes his way out of the woods and contacts the police. Authorities arrive, and he leads them to the exact spot where he found the jawbone. Nearby, they also spot some old items like a rotting wooden spoon and bits of trash.
I don't know what that is. There's more stuff up there.
How far is it?
It's on up around the corner and everything, but you know, where people have been there, like an old rotten wooden spoon and you know, a little bit of trash, but so now we're walking back to the campsite where I found the wooden spoon in the garbage, because they're thinking that may be where it washed down from. Yeah, it's not far up around this corner.
The next day, police confirm the remains are human. They also share a possible theory. Years ago, a small cult existed in the area. It was said that two people within the group both claimed to be the leader. One of them reportedly killed the other, and the missing chief was never found. Now, authorities believe the remains might belong to him. It's heartbreaking to think someone may have died out there alone, their body left to be carried by the creek, forgotten by the world. But thanks to this unexpected discovery, there may finally be some answers. No other updates have been shared so far. Subscribe and help us reach 20,000 subscribers. 90% of you have not subscribed yet, so please do, it's free. Number 2. On August 31st, 2024, the Bell explorers returned to one of the most famously haunted places in the UK, the Screaming Woods of Pluckley. This was their third visit to the area. While their previous trips had some eerie moments, nothing could prepare them for what was about to happen this time.
We're back at the Screaming Woods in Pluckley. We're so excited. We are absolutely buzzing to go in there, but very nervous.
Yeah, just a little bit.
After last time, we pooed ourselves.
Yeah.
It was horrific encounters. We've been there twice before and we've had encounters both times, and the last encounter was horrific.
Yeah, it's quite a good one.
Yeah, it scared the absolute life out of us. So we're back, we're ready to go again. So let's get into it. There's the sign, guys, if you want to have a good read up.
Their goal was to explore a different trail, hoping it might lead to new paranormal activity. Instead of taking their usual route, they ventured deeper into unknown parts of the forest. Eventually, they found a clearing where they decided to do a simple spirit communication session. No equipment, just quiet observation and a few questions to see if anything would respond.
We are just walking on a different path this time. We're not going to go the same route as last time. We're going a different way, see if we find any other exciting encounters.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Over there, we might find something else somewhere else.
Yeah, I think so, because we've been to the same place twice now.
Yeah.
If we don't get any encounters down here, we'll go back to the old position, see if we can pick up any more, but we'll go from there, I think. Right, guys, we found a location and we're very excited. So what our plan is, we're going to stand around in the silence for a little while, maybe ask a few questions, see if we can rear anything up. We are a little bit nervous, as you could expect from last time, because it was a bit of an eventful evening, or even night even, so let's crack on with it.
At first, everything seemed calm, but suddenly, something darted through the bushes. It moved fast and low to the ground, visible only for a brief second. One of the team members saw it out of the corner of his eye, but unfortunately, it wasn't caught on camera.
Yeah, we had a little something run through the bushes, which we actually saw with our eyes. Well, I did. Wow, what was that?
Yeah, I got something falling out the tree.
Yeah,
A lot of bats about.
there is. I'm hoping we can actually get you a good bit of footage for you guys to actually see something, because we've had success both times here, but we've been too scared to actually film it on the video, because I'm sure, yeah, we were swimming like little girls. We was going to end up breaking something because we was trying to ninja them all off, but they were massive. They were like the size of hornets. So we're just walking through the woods at the moment, trying to find another location. So hopefully we find something a little bit better, because we couldn't deal with that. It was too much for us. The old we tried to ninja them off, but there was just too many. Every time we got rid of one, another one would come, and they were really aggressive as well.
Still, they weren't too worried and continued their exploration. But before long, things took a chaotic turn. Out of nowhere, they were swarmed by what they described as large, aggressive wasps or hornets. Dozens of them attacked, forcing the team to run and relocate. Although this moment wasn't shown on video, they later admitted they were panicked and overwhelmed by the insects. After escaping the swarm, they searched for another safe place to continue. As they walked, they noticed two glowing eyes watching them from the trees. They briefly saw the reflection in their flashlight beam, but the figure disappeared before they could film it. They guessed it might have been a squirrel, though the eyes seemed unusually large.
which actually turned out to be one of our original locations. We made a mistake last time we was here. We thought we was at our original location, and it turns out we wasn't. So you learn something new every day. We did see a pair of eyes earlier in a tree, and it actually turned out to be a squirrel or something. So it was looking at us, it freaked us out. Unluckily we didn't get it on video because we was moving spots. Should have videoed really, but yeah, it's one of them. But
When you get attacked by wasps, you move quite quick.
yeah, but we're not really seeing a lot at the moment. So yeah, unfortunately. What was that, Joe? I don't know, I can't see. Joe, what's that? Hang on, just stop. Stop, yeah, no, we can't run. Did you see that, Joe?
Yeah, my heart's pumping.
What that?
Let's go have a look.
What the f was it?
Oh, mate. Don't know me, John.
What the f was it?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue what that was.
I'm sorry guys for my language, but that was disgusting.
Oh.
That was disgusting, whatever that was.
My heart's pumping. I could have jumped out my skin.
Later, while talking and walking through what turned out to be one of their original spots from a previous visit, a loud crashing noise suddenly came from the woods behind them. They stopped and looked around, but couldn't see anything in the dark. Then, more crashes followed, getting closer. That's when they saw him. A masked man was standing just a few feet away, silently staring at them. The moment quickly turned terrifying. Without warning, the man rushed toward them. Panic hit immediately. The explorers screamed and ran, with the camera shaking wildly as they fled through the forest, dodging roots and branches in the dark, trying not to get separated. Eventually, out of breath and disoriented, they found a narrow trail that led them back to safety.
Because, yeah, that was freaky. So, we're on our way to the car. And hopefully we don't get another encounter like that, because that was disgusting. What was that? Oh my god! Oh god! I just... it's gone! It's gone! I've gone over! It's gone!
Something's playing games.
I'm off, Joe. No way.
They ran all the way to their car and didn't look back. The masked man was never seen again. They never found out who he was or why he was out there. Was it a prank, someone stalking them, or something even stranger? That remains a mystery. Number 3. While biking through a forest trail with a friend, this guy noticed something odd. A car seemed to be following them. It wasn't just a casual driver passing by either. The vehicle kept its distance, but matched their every move. Wanting to be sure they weren't just being paranoid, the two bikers decided to stop at a sharp bend in the trail to see if the car would follow. And that's when things took a wild turn. Like something out of a racing movie, the car whipped around the corner and slid to a sudden stop. The driver jumped out, visibly angry. One friend dropped his bike, ready for a confrontation. The other, the one filming, panicked and bolted. But halfway through his escape, he reconsidered, turned around, and went back. That's when the real chaos began. The furious man smacked the camera, and the footage cuts off. According to the video's creator, the driver was actually the landowner, enraged at the bikers for riding on his property and apparently for going too fast. Though the altercation wasn't fully caught on camera, the aftermath tells a story of its own, especially the final photo the creator shares, which suggests the encounter didn't go the way the landowner had hoped. Number 4. In 2021, 2 seasoned outdoorsmen named Arnold and his friend set out into the snow-covered wilderness of Oregon for what was supposed to be a peaceful winter camping getaway. But instead of quiet solitude, they found themselves caught in something far more disturbing. They had been driving through the forest for hours, searching for the right place to set up camp. Several spots were either too close to other people or didn't feel right. Eventually, they found the perfect site.
It's getting a wee more snowy. It's not too cold though.
Bit worse.
Yep.
More chilly than what we're usually up in.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
This is freaking beautiful out here though.
Searching for a spot. There's people up here.
That was a spot there that had a fire pit.
Yeah, that's the one we said.
It's kind of too close, yeah.
Too close to this guy because he's right up here.
Yeah.
So we'll see if, when we passed, he was just sitting there. So we'll see if he's setting up camp or if he left.
Yeah.
It's negative.
And if he left, that's home sweet home for the night, most likely.
And if he stayed, then there's another spot back down towards China
Yeah.
that we're gonna stay at because I feel that's far enough away.
Yeah.
Still trying to find a spot. We found another little off-road, offshoot road.
Fresh snow, no tracks, and completely isolated. It was exactly what they were looking for. They built a fire and began settling in, comforted by the warmth of the flames. But that comfort wouldn't last.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can see what the hell it looks like tomorrow when we get up. But yeah. So we'll be back when we get some lights on and we can see what the hell we're doing.
So that's roughly where we are. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, kinda.
See that?
Yeah, what was that? Gunshot?
Gunshot or a vehicle? Vehicle. Or Bigfoot's fucking screaming. There's the A, dude. Sound like a vehicle on a gravel road.
Probably caught it on the camera.
Hopefully that was freaky sound.
Ears up, yeah.
Twice, loud as
Almost sound like gunshots.
it did almost sound like gunshots echoing. But there's lots of people out here.
Definitely a gunshot.
Close.
Not long after nightfall, strange sounds began echoing through the woods. At first, it was hard to tell what they were. Then came the unmistakable crack of gunfire, first in the distance, then closer. The men stopped talking, straining to listen. It wasn't just the gunshots that spooked them. It was the shouting, laughing, and eerie voices that followed.
Yeah. We're nice and peaceful here.
With those freaks earlier.
Yeah, I like those freaks, man.
It really sounds like it's coming from that way. I'm gonna turn my head.
I'm not gonna shoot unless I shot you.
1022.
Hang on.
I feel like we should at least once. Just one shot. So they can't pinpoint us, but they know we're here.
Let's turn that off.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. You wanna get it?
You can do it. Yeah, it sounds like a vehicle.
They're right fucking there, dude.
I like driving around shooting.
Hooting and hollering and shooting. It's teenagers hooting and hollering. Kill the lights. We're gonna shoot at us. Kill it and get low. For real. Fire. Where's? Fire, don't fire. God dang, right there. No. I'm pretty sure he said fire. The one that said
Oh, yeah.
where, and then he said, God dang, right there.
Yeah,
Pointing towards
like
our
a
fire.
Yeah.
Like they saw our fire.
It didn't sound like friendly campers or hunters. It sounded like someone knew they were there and didn't care. They debated whether to respond, maybe fire a warning shot, but the situation was too unpredictable. Someone even shouted, pointing in their direction. One voice said, "Where?" Another followed with, "God dang, right there," seemingly spotting the glow of their campfire. The two men quickly killed the lights and ducked down, clutching their weapons, trying to stay silent and out of sight. For what felt like hours, they stayed frozen in fear, listening to gunshots echoing through the trees. Eventually, the noise faded. Whoever it was had moved on. but the tension remained.
And if someone was out here just sleeping or whatever, man, it's 11:30 at night. Yeah. Fucking assholes.
They spent the rest of the night wide awake, heart pounding, knowing just how close things had come to disaster. No one was hurt, and they made it out safely the next day. But the memory of that night never left them. Number 5. Meet Tony, a popular British YouTuber from the channel Hunting the Unknown. Known for his explorations of eerie, abandoned places and paranormal encounters. Usually accompanied by friends, Tony decided to venture out alone on the night of January 24th, 2023, planning to test the infamous Randonautica app. For those unfamiliar, this app generates random coordinates that often lead users to mysterious and unsettling locations. Tony thought it would be harmless fun, but the night quickly turned into one of his most disturbing experiences yet. It all began in his car, parked on a quiet road as he recorded his intro. Suddenly, a loud knock hit the side of his vehicle, and the lights flickered.
So this is called an S-Box. Pretty much does the same thing. What the f***? Someone knocked on the car. Someone just knocked on the car. Oh no, my light just knocked down there. Someone just knocked on the car. So it's like a tap. I hear noises. So yeah, let's show the SB7. So not SB7, sorry, it's a ghost box. Pretty much the same thing, does the job. I'm going to use that, and I'm not going to be here for long, guys, because I've seen these videos and they say things follow you and that when you do these Randonautica videos. I'm not too sure how true that is.
Startled, Tony stepped out into the cold darkness and followed the app's coordinates into the woods.
It's a legit crypt. Oh mate, church bells are going.
What he found was an abandoned crypt hidden among the trees. Moments later, distant church bells echoed through the silence, an eerie sound that made Tony hesitate, but he pressed forward.
What? I swear I heard someone scream.
As he moved deeper into the forest, a chilling sound stopped him in his tracks. A baby's cry. There was no one around. His K2 meter started to flicker wildly, signaling possible paranormal activity.
It's taking me in people's private land or in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing there at all, fields. But this time, it's just a spooky place. I'm pretty sure I was in the car and knock on the door. What the f***?
The woods were pierced by another scream. Scanning the darkness with his flashlight,
Sit down for a minute. Oh, sit down. I think it's gonna be one of the shortest videos. Oh my god, no, don't go off, please. I need to get going, guys, and I can't. Oh my god, please. Hello? Who are you? Oh no, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Oh shit, oh shit.
Tony suddenly spotted something. A pale face watching him from a distance.
What is that? What the is that? What the
Frozen with fear, he stood motionless, then ran as fast as he could back to his car. He made it out safely, but the memory haunted him. The footage shows genuine fear, and to this day, no one knows what he really saw that night. Some believe it was a demon, others think it was a setup, but one thing's for sure. Tony's fear was real, and whatever he encountered in those woods wasn't just his imagination.
Laughs, screams, sorry. I just feel confused and I'm just a bit shocked at the moment.
Number 6. On the night of November 26, 2024, Bear arrives at a remote forest location under the cover of darkness. Well prepared for the freezing 23-degree weather, he brings along essential supplies: a wood burner, water, wool blankets, and multiple layers of warm clothing. Excited for the cold weather challenge ahead, he sets out to explore, unaware that the night will take a disturbing turn.
Oh my goodness. Forget, I think the cemetery's actually in here a bit good ways too. Oh. I got a terrible feeling. Terrible. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Oh. Crap. That's behind us. We just came from there. No, that was way too close. Way too close. I'm gonna try to get some distance from that. That did not sound like Nate. That was something did that. Man, I'm trying to walk really quiet. Oh, man.
With his campsite established, Bear heads out on foot toward a nearby cemetery rumored to be haunted. As he makes his way deeper into the woods, the atmosphere begins to change. What starts as a quiet, adventurous walk becomes increasingly tense as a strange sound echoes from the direction of his truck. The once peaceful forest suddenly feels hostile. Despite the growing unease, he continues toward the cemetery and eventually reaches it. The area is quiet and shadowy.
Determined to reach the cemetery.
Okay. Man, it is pretty... Oh, this might be it. I think we found it. Now, last time there was like 3 or 4 deer. Let's see if we can see any deer. What is that?
Just as he remembers from a previous visit. But this time, the calm is deceptive. While scanning the graveyard, he notices a dark figure standing motionless among the headstones. The figure appears to turn in his direction, and a surge of fear overtakes him.
What is that? Oh, it just moved. What is that? Oh, it just moved.
Bear quickly flees back to his truck, his nerves rattled and adrenaline surging. Convinced he was being watched, or possibly followed, he decides to abandon the trip altogether. The chilling encounter raises unsettling questions. Who was in the cemetery on such a freezing night? Was it part of a ritual or something far more sinister? Whatever the case, Bear's experience adds to the location's already eerie reputation. Number 7. Meet Yasko, the creator behind one of YouTube's most gripping exploration channels. Known for diving headfirst into haunted locations and abandoned places with dark backstories, Yasko has built a reputation for capturing unnerving moments on camera. In this video, he teams up with his close friend Chris for a chilling overnight trip in what's believed to be the most haunted forest in New York. Stories of bodies discovered in the woods and whispers of criminal activity have given this place a sinister reputation, one that Yasko is determined to explore. On October 20th, 2024, as the sun began to dip below the horizon, the two friends arrived at the edge of the infamous forest. With just enough daylight left, they took time to explore the surroundings and find a safe place to park their camper. Once set, they ventured into the woods to get familiar with the area before darkness fully settled in. Despite the calm setting, the history of this place weighed heavily on their minds.
Chris does, but that's why we're doing this while it's still kind of bright out. Okay, so this is like a direct entry to the water, I suppose? Yeah. Cool. And that keeps going that way. All right. I'm assuming people have fished here. I see some, yeah, supplies and whatnot. Some very bad things have happened out here. There have even been claims of like a potential serial killer who used to bring his victims out here, and it's very scary to even think about. There's like one case that's still open. I think it's called like the smiley face killer. What is? It's strange.
As the woods grew darker, distant sirens echoed faintly through the trees. Uneasy, the pair decided to head back to the camper. They tried to distract themselves with dinner and some late-night exploring, but the forest remained silent, almost too silent. With no clear signs of paranormal activity, they eventually returned to the camper and settled in for the night.
What's he doing? Where he started? Did we grab the gun?
Yeah, hold on. Holy shit. He stopped right in front of us. He's literally here. Bro.
What's he doing? What's the matter?
Bro, what the fuck?
Where'd he go?
He's driving off right now, but whoa, what the hell was that?
I don't know.
What the hell was that about? I'm glad you saw that. Bro, the van's on.
Yeah, he just stopped.
But just when it seemed like nothing would happen, the real fear arrived. A car suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Its headlights cut through the darkness, and it stopped right in front of their camper. The driver didn't say a word. He just sat there, watching. The moment felt wrong, deeply wrong. Yasko scrambled to get Chris, who quickly grabbed the gun, both of them frozen with tension. Just as suddenly, the car pulled away, vanishing down the path. But the damage was done. That one moment, being spotted, being watched, shook them to their core. Who was that? Why stop? And how did someone even find them so deep in the woods? They realized one terrifying truth. Someone now knew exactly where they were, and that was enough to make them abandon the night entirely. Whatever they had come to find, it wasn't worth gambling their safety. So they packed up and left. It wasn't ghosts or legends that made this trip so disturbing. It was something far more real. The chilling unpredictability of people in the dark.